Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So we are taking a look at the energies that's going on for the 14th and the 15th of May. You guys, you're going to have to bear with me for a minute because I'm trying to use my very old deck. I love this deck. It is Clamp X Anime. It's one of my favourite decks, and I've not used it in years and years and years, and I think you can see why. Because it's quite an awkward deck to use, but it's absolutely beautiful, and I just really wanted to use this one today. So if you just bear with me for a quick minute while I try and sort out this deck for you. Right, so what have we got going on? Six of Swords. I'm not going to show you that one, and I'm not going to show you that one. This is just how I read this particular deck. Okay? Right. So, what is going on? The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is making sense of a situation. It could indicate moving on from something. Okay? The overall vibe with this one is externally to you, somebody could be trying to move on. They could be trying to move on from you. They could be trying to move on from the situation. Okay, this could just be people in general are trying to move on, right? People in general are just trying to simplify their life with that Six of Swords. Internally, for you, the High Priestess, yeah. So for you, internally, this one obviously is about your best judgment, your highest senses, your intuition, okay? Your spiritual gifts and abilities. So it's also a really healing energy, okay? You can see that this one, she's actually in like a lake or something here. And your waters in tarot indicate healing, right? There is this sense of calmness. So you're trying to remain calm. You're trying to remain high vibe, if you will, with this High Priestess. It's literally you tapping in to your psychic senses almost. You're trying to feel out what's going on with the situation around you. There is this sense of release that's going on with these two energies, okay? So people around you are trying to release baggage, they're trying to simplify their lives, they're trying to make better lives for themselves, and then here's you in this quiet stillness, this healing energy with this High Priestess, very sort of mysterious energy. It's almost as if with that scroll, you can you can kind of predict what people are going to do next. You can kind of predict what's going to happen next. I don't feel that you're saying very much at this point in time, though. It's like you're keeping a lot of things to yourself. So I don't know if you're witnessing certain other people around you kind of ignoring the obvious at the moment. It could be what you don't see coming, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is something that you don't see coming. People pulling together. Now the Two of Cups, it can indicate partnerships, yes, in an intimate romantic setting. It can be partnerships. If this is business, this is teaming up with someone. I feel that this energy is more to do with the immediate people around you, okay? Your immediate circle, your immediate neighbours, that sort of thing. Two of Cups as what you don't see coming, that is people pulling together. So maybe you don't have much hope and faith that other people are going to start clubbing together and working together, right? Because it's what you don't see coming. There's an important union here also for anyone who is looking at romance, okay? Again, that's what you don't see coming. You don't see this partnership coming in for you. Right, so let's clarify. What's this Six of Swords? Because we definitely need more information on this. I just don't have enough to go off of right now. What's this? Six of Swords for the external energies. Thank you. That's reversed. Death reversed. Yeah. Yeah. Witnessing people trying to basically just carry on as if nothing had changed, or as if nothing was needing to change. Okay. I am picking up on a little bit of ignorance that's going on with this Six of Swords, so it's possible that you're dealing with a group of people who are just ignorantly trying to keep the same old status quo. Why? Because it's easier for them. Because that's what's simple for them. Do you know what I mean? With death being in the reversed position, it speaks volumes. Because that's people who refuse to change, people who refuse to do things differently, people who are just trying to keep things the same way that it always has been, and just thinking that it's going to work out okay. Was this death reversed? Is this death reversed? Judgment, yeah. Judgment, like literally rebirth. So definitely a rebirth is being required, right? Definitely someone does need to change something up. There needs to be a process of evolution that happens, but that death was in the reverse. People don't want to change. Like most people don't want to change. Most people don't want to do anything that's going to require any sort of hard work. So there is definitely ignorance with this Six of Swords. So you could be feeling frustrated at people in general, you know, because they refuse to do things differently. Death reversed with Judgment. Something is needing to change about the way that people do things here, and they're just refusing. This is High Priestess. The High Priestess, that's like a silent wisdom. This is High Priestess. The Eight of Pentacles. Dedication. Could be dedication to your studies. You could be some sort of spiritual leader, spiritual teacher, a healer, anything like that. Or you could just be someone who is incredibly intuitive. And you've taken this mindset here of, I can't force people to change. I can't force people to do what it is that they're supposed to be doing. I just have to wait, observe, be patient, and make sure that I remain in this high state of being with this High Priestess energy with the Eight of Pentacles. Doing your due diligence. Perfecting your skills here also. See, you could be trying to perfect your skills here on how you communicate with others about their potential journeys, and how they're not necessarily doing the right thing here, because nobody wants to hear bad things about themselves. Nobody wants to hear that they're not doing the right thing, right? But what you're dealing with here is a lot of ignorance on a mass scale, I feel, right? This Six of Swords, it feels a lot like the general consensus that other individuals have that you're dealing with right now. Oh, that's not my problem. when it is their problem, it's everyone's problem. Because if everyone's got this idea in their head, oh, certain things that are going on in the world is not my problem. If everybody thought that way, then things will get a lot worse than what they are right now, really, really quickly. That's where this ignorance is coming in from. Because yes, people do just want a simple life, but ultimately, when it's their own behaviors are causing problems for everyone else, and they're not listening here, do you know what I mean? I mean, talk about banging your head up against a brick wall. What can you do? There's not an awful lot that you can do, except for you to focus on what it is that you're doing. Focus on you perfecting your craft. Okay, with this Eight of Pentacles, like that's skill development here. With the High Priestess, there's incredibly spiritual energies. I'm definitely speaking to an aware collective, a very aware collective. You keeping your standards high with this Eight of Pentacles. Do you have another card for this, for our collective, please? High Priestess and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. There was a bit of a pause there, so it could be that you're taking a temporary pause. Yeah, Six of Swords. Another Six of Swords. So that's twice the Six of Swords has come out. You're recognizing where you can make a difference and where you're fighting a losing battle. Okay. I keep getting pulled back to this Six of Swords up here, so I'm just going to get another deck a minute. Can you tell us more about this external Six of Swords? Because it's almost as if someone's going, well, if other people don't care, then maybe I shouldn't care. Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. Do you see what I mean? People refusing to help themselves, right? Three of Pentacles reversed, that's one-sided situations. So you've been pissing in the wind here, basically. Well, that's how it feels. It feels like you've been pissing in the wind, trying to, trying to wake people up. Trying to get people to see what it is that they are contributing to, but they don't want to look at it, they don't want to see it. There's definitely this lack of care that you're dealing with. This coming from external sources, external people. A lack of care. Look, Temperance is coming out in the reverse. People are impatient, uncaring, short-tempered, short fuses. Eight of Cups reversed, yeah. Going round and round in circles. So this reading is about you dealing with wider society. People are just going round and round in circles, doing the same old thing over and over, wondering why their life is getting worse instead of better. It's because they refuse to change anything up. They refuse to wake up. They refuse to pay attention. They're still stuck in this loop. They're still stuck in the matrix, if you will. Call it whatever you want to call it. I don't care what label you put on it. Put any label you want on it. People are sleepwalking through their lives here. You're trying to wake them up. They don't want to see it. They don't want to look at it because it's too complicated. It's too hard for them. Any sort of disruption in their lives, nah, not interested. Not interested at all. That's what you're dealing with. So now we've got you here in this energy of, well, what is the best thing for me to do here? Because at the moment I'm just pissing in the wind. It's not getting me anywhere. Let's clarify this one. Was this Six of Swords? for our collective's internal energy. The world. Yeah. And in this one, you can see the cogs have come off. The cogs have come off the wheel. It feels to me as if you're trying to stop things from getting worse for people by trying to wake people up. But ultimately, how this is likely going to play out, collective, is you are going to have to take a step back, because you cannot force people to wake up, to care, to give a shit, to make the necessary changes that they're needing to make in order to improve their own lives and the lives of everyone else around them. You cannot force people to do that. You are going to have to take a step back here. You are going to have to focus on yourself, perfecting your craft, perfecting on how you communicate, because there's a lot of communication that's coming out of this read. Okay? Ultimately, what's going to happen, something's going to break down with this world. Something's going to break down. And then when it does, when it does break down and things grind to a halt, guess who's going to be there? You. You're going to be there, ready to put shit back together again. That's the part that you play in this. So the part that you play in this is not forcibly waking people up, but it's putting the pieces back together again after shit breaks down. Okay? That's why you're being told here with this Eight of Pentacles and your Six of Swords, which is a completely different energy from this Six of Swords here, to take a temporary step back. Because at the moment you are definitely doing too much. You are definitely trying too hard. Okay? You're not going to be able to stop the inevitable. But what you can do is you can help people to pick up the pieces again when it all does come crashing down. Okay. Now again, as I said, this feels, for me reading this, it feels like this is about society on a whole, right? But this could also be going on within your workplace, or this could be going on within a significant relationship that you have, romantic or familial, or like a friend or something, okay? You just got to take it as it resonates. For the most part, it feels like this is society as a bigger picture. This is Two of Cups, for what our collective doesn't see coming, please. This is Two of Cups. This one is going on during the winter. So it's possible that this winter time is when you're going to start to see people pulling together, clubbing together, helping each other out. It might take as long as that. Considering we're not really out of spring yet, are we? So yeah, this is Two of Cups, for what our collective doesn't see coming. It could be as well that you might have lost hope for people to start doing the right thing, for people to start treating others with respect. Yeah, the Page of Coins, or the Page of Pentacles, has come out off center. So people are learning, albeit very slowly. Very, very slowly, because that's come out off center. We have another card for this, please, for our collective. So there's a spiritual collective here who feels like at the moment their work is going unnoticed. Their efforts are just completely bypassed. But the thing is, as well, it's not going to be in vain. That's literally what you're being told here. Because when people are ready to learn, which at the moment they're not, but when people are ready to learn, They are going to head towards the more sort of spiritually inclined, such as yourself. Okay. But people are not going to learn before they're ready to learn. And that's the issue that's going on right now. Because remember, death reversed. People don't want to learn. They don't want to change anything. It's almost like they like where they're at right now, even though they know that it's not good, it's not healthy. They've got to get to that point where they're so utterly pissed off with going round and round and round in circles. It's like their own frustration, temperance reversed. They need to reach that certain level of frustration before they're ready to make that change. People haven't reached that level of frustration that they need to reach before they're ready to take action. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Two of Swords, an impasse, a crossroads. You're kind of stuck until people are ready. So you're looking round about this winter time. Okay. That's when you're going to really start to see people changing up their attitudes towards their own lives, towards wanting to better themselves. Nice. 8 of Wands. And when it happens, there's going to be a very quick snowball effect that follows on. Okay. 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands. So it's like for ages and ages, you're shouting into the abyss. No one cares, no one's listening. And then before you know it, you've got a whole crowd. It's under there, the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. There it is. Leader. An intuitive leader. The spiritual collective. That's you lot. Helping to balance the scales. Helping people out of trouble to find hope again. It's right there. You got strength underneath that one. When people are ready to improve their own lives, you're going to be there and they will find you. So at the moment, the general consensus is to enjoy this quiet moment while it lasts. Use this quiet moment to tweak, hone, adjust and improve your own skills. Okay? Because come this winter time, that's when shit's really going to kick off. I wasn't expecting that reading. That was very, very specific reading for those who are aware of how the world truly works, has been trying to tell other people for years and years and years what's been going on, has been trying to warn other people for years and years and years of what's been going on. I'm speaking to a collective here who has probably been told their entire lives that they were a conspiracy theorist, that they were this, they were that, they were shit, yada yada yada. Pushed out of society, made to feel like they were going absolutely crazy. And all along, it was you guys that were right there telling the truth consistently all the way through. People didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to look at it. No, nothing to see here. You just wait. You just wait. Because I'm telling you, when the cogs fall off of that wheel, who are they going to go to? You have a healing message for our collective, please? So that was definitely a message there for our spiritually inclined collective who is sitting there going, do you know what? I don't know why I bother. I don't know why I bother. This is why. This is why you've been bothering. And this is why you need to continue. Remember, the High Priestess was your overall energy as well. It is vital that you continue. Empowerment. You're not going to be able to help empower others if you yourself are not coming from a place of empowerment, right? Because when you think about it, every teacher at one point was a student themselves. Was this one, number 27? 27, okay. Yeah, I'll read it all. Within the realm of the Kitsune are beautiful ponds, still and tranquil. Yet within them teems magical life. Among the beings who dwell there are the koi mermaids, who come to you now with their message of empowerment. You are becoming stronger, calmer, more staunch and clear in your purpose and message. And there is a direction that you're now setting that will be reached. The koi mermaids help the koi to persevere, to meet their challenges with perseverance and courage, and a sense that every moment of dedication and learning will bring about the desired result. This is the card of the person who is moving towards a goal and even encountering setbacks. And so the koi mermaid comes to you to ask you to continue, to cheer you on, and to acknowledge that the heroic journey that you're undertaking is indeed worthwhile. While you're so focused on this task or goal, others around you see your work and they are inspired in their own personal quest. Yeah, exactly. So Spiritual Collective, what you're doing right now, it is working. It is working. You are beautiful in your tenacity, and every step of the way sees you grow. It may feel at times as though the flow of the stream is against you, but this is not time for you to go with the flow. This is your time to make your own way through the waters of life, even if others seem to be heading in a different direction. It is not time for the easy path. You will carve your way through the waters, for you're on your way to good fortune, to prosperous times, and an enriched sense of what you're capable of. Yeah. Now, given the context of your read, I don't think you could have had a better message than that came out of your healing deck. It was on point with the context of your read. I have no idea what title I'm going to give this reading, by the way. I don't know. Okay, let's pull from one of these sarcastic decks, and we'll see what wonderful words of wisdom come out of this one. They will judge you anyway, so do whatever the fuck you want, yeah. So that's specifically for those who have been made to feel somehow like they were less than. Because you could see shit before others could. You could predict shit was going to happen. Nobody would listen. Those who were on the outskirts of society because they were pushed there by society. Well, you know what's going to happen? That very same society that pushed you away is going to come and seek you. They will actively seek you out. Ain't that some shit? I am only as blind as I choose to be. Yeah, people are only as blind as what they choose to be. And their ignorance, it is going to be their undoing. You can't stop that from happening, okay, collective? As much as what you want to, you're not going to be able to. As people, ultimately, they have free will. When it's time for them to clean up their shit, that's when they're going to seek you out. I will not be silenced, no, nor should you be. So you keep doing what you're doing. You keep sharing your messages. You keep coming from this place of truth, even when seemingly no one else is listening, right? You'll not be silenced. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If you feel that you're needing a personal reading, then my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The bracelets that I'm wearing, these came from Otter Spirit, and there is a link in my description box below for these with a discount code as well. They are absolutely fantastic. They can customize these bracelets, okay, so check them out. Definitely well worth your time. I think they said that they've got crystal experts on their live chat on their website as well. So if you're needing help with like any other gemstones that would be better for you, you can actually speak to someone from their team and they will help you out with that. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Anything that you need, okay, Patreon, additional readings, private readings, anything that you need at all, that's going to be in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.